guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Terri, and in this video I'm going to be telling you about the top 5 no-nos when you're coming to Germany. But obviously, because I live in Munich, the examples in this video are going to be specific to Munich. If you're interested, then please keep watching. Now, to kick off this list, I'm going to start with a very obvious one. I've seen a lot of people talk about this, but it seems to still be something that people forget. In Europe in general, there's a very big bike culture. As soon as the weather is nice, even if it's not so nice, people love to get out on their bikes to take them from A to B. With that being said, there are bike lanes and the pedestrian sidewalk, okay? Pedestrian sidewalk, is that a double lane? It doesn't matter. Now, they take this very seriously. So if you're walking in a big group of people, do not think that, okay, you're all going to spread across this sidewalk and into the pedestrian lane because people are gonna ring you till you get out, or you're gonna get knocked down, basically. They even have mini traffic lights for the bikes. Like, they take this very seriously. It is its own lane. Sometimes in the street they have a specifically marked area for bike riders. But please, do not walk into the bike lane. People are going to get really pissed off, and yeah, you're going to hear from them. Trust me. So just stay in your designated area, you little wayward pedestrian, you. Numero dos, yes? So let's say you have a date, rendezvous, or you're meeting up with a German friend of yours, and you guys make the arrangements for 8 o'clock. You better be at said meeting place for 8 o'clock, or even a few minutes before, to be truly on time. Like, that's considered being thoughtful. That is really valued, or even not even valued. It's just like, that's just how it is. If you know you're gonna be running late, transportation system here, it's very prompt, precise, on time, everything. However, sometimes if there's an accident or something, you're gonna have serious delays. Be aware of this beforehand. So make your schedule, and if you know that you're gonna be running late, message your friend and let them know that you will be running late, because otherwise, if you don't and you just show up whenever you reach, like in true Caribbean style, in my case for example, you just show up whenever you please, that is just not going to cut it. You might get there and the person will not be there anymore because they're just like, nah, they really don't have time for that. Being on time is such a really part of German culture. Like, you be on time. I mean, obviously it's not to say that every single German is on time, but it's just a culture and a respect of being on time. So don't be late, okay? Now, in English, we don't have this necessarily, but the use of formal and informal language is a big thing. So if, for example, you're meeting somebody for the first time, it's obvious that you're just gonna be like, hey pal, what's up? How you doing? No. In English, obviously, it's a bit different. If you don't know somebody, you might, want to say Mrs. So-and-so, and if they think it's okay, they'll be like, oh no, you can call me Barb, or something along those lines. In German, they have the du form, which is you, like you, my friend, and they also have the Sie form, which is the you, my superior, my elderly person, my boss, whoever. So yeah, you have to be very conscious when you use those two terms. So if you're going to be asking for directions from somebody, a stranger on the street, most times you should use Sie, können Sie mir sagen, wo blah 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 ist. Just things like that. These are really crap examples, but you get my drift. Some people have a serious problem when you refer to them with du if you don't know them, because it often comes across as very presumptuous, disrespectful, and people are just like, hold up buddy, I don't know you. That's again. And some people think it's unnecessary. I'm cool, we're cool if you refer to me with Sie. So it's just like, you have to feel the situation out for yourself, but most times just use Sie if you don't know the person. Seems like a small thing, especially because we don't have it in English, but be very mindful. Number 4. Now, this point is very loosely connected to the first one as it relates to the laws of the road. Now, the traffic laws here are seemingly very strict, but if you see that the light is red, don't try to cross the street, especially, no one's coming, I'm just going to cross the road. You'll get fined like 15 euros. It's obviously not that strict in the sense that, oh my god, you can never cross the road, because obviously discretion. But some people just do it very recklessly with a bunch of kids, and out of the blue a car will come and it's like, okay, bye, you had a good run. However, there's a very funny twist to this, especially here in Munich, where people, if your train is coming, because as I said, those trains, buses, trams are very on time for the most part. So especially if somebody knows that their train is coming at 9:39 and it's 9:37 and they're still at the traffic light and nobody's coming, they're gonna run for it. I don't really care in that moment. I have to get my train. I have to be on time, as we said before. So in those situations, it seems to not matter as much, because people really will just run for it. Forget the light is red, I need to catch my bus. I'm very sorry, I have to catch my bus. So that's basically a very interesting twist to a standard rule, I would say. Now I feel as though this rule was made for me by me. One of my things that piss me off videos, I mentioned the fact that I hate when people just take up the whole pavement, the whole sidewalk, and you, especially if they're in a group, and you're like, well, I'm this one person, where am I supposed to go in this thing? And nobody wants to move, nobody wants to adjust to, you know, accommodate the people in the oncoming, I don't know, pedestrian traffic. I'm not sure. So there's a saying here that it's links gehen, rechts stehen, especially on the escalators as well. People know you stand on the right side and you can pause, you can do whatever, you can wait your time to go up. Or if you're in a hurry and you kind of need to be brisk and go where you're going, you can go on the left side and speed up the stairs, escalators. But don't just stand in the middle of the way on your phone and just think, you know, it's too bad for everybody else around me, I have to do what I'm doing, it's all about me. Don't do that. But I think that's kind of a regular kind of rule anywhere you go. So is that a cheap one? Maybe. Additionally, on the trains, when the trains pull in and the doors are about to open, a lot of people love to rush into the train without letting the people who were on board get off first so that you can have room to enter. Nah, some people just don't get it, some people just rush on. Okay, this happened to me once or twice where, like, I didn't see a person coming out, like everybody had marched out, and then all of a sudden there's this one last person now kind of scampering out, and it's like, well, where were you this whole time? So in that case, it's kind of but a lot of times people just rush on without letting people come off, and then you'll even hear the driver over the monitor say, can you please let the people out of the train first before you push yourself onto board? And then people always crack up because sometimes those drivers have some humor, you know. Yeah, so just let them come off and then go on. If you have a very, very cheeky or, you know, sassy driver, you will kind of hear from them. Or if it's a person on the train as well, they might kind of speech you off like, hey dude, did you not see me coming off? Did you not see me? Yeah. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you want to see more videos of this kind. And yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments as usual. I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Love you guys. Bye. You give, but you cannot take love.